Hey everyone, it's Jessica here with another layout for the Shimmerz Paints design team. Today I'm playing along with 30 Days of Sketches with my sketch today, which is from day 16, so I'm a couple days behind, but I'm also pairing this up with some Acrylic Stashbusting, which is a scrappy series with a few of my friends, and their videos will be linked down below in the description for you. It's just a series that we started, well actually Jennifer Kane started the series and asked us if we want to join her, and we do it a couple times a month on the 18th and the 28th of the month, and we bust some of our acrylic stash because everybody knows we have a growing stash of acrylics. We have a ton of them, and it's our time for those acrylics to shine and use them on some projects. So I'm going to be using an acrylic piece or two today along with some beautiful Shimmerz paints for a mixed media background. When I created this sketch design, I knew exactly what I wanted this layout to look like. I had a vision for it. I created the sketch. As you can see, my dog Remy is here with us today. She's going to be trying to eat my paints pretty much the whole time that I am doing this. I don't know why she chose today. She has seen me do mixed media before, but apparently these colors really sparked her interest, and she is literally like trying to eat them and be at them the whole time and be on my desk. I don't know why. So I have prepped a pretty thick sheet of cardstock here. This is a thicker, I think it's like 120-pound cardstock by Park Lane, and it is kind of thick to begin with, but I do like to prep it with some gesso. So I just use some Finnabair clear gesso, and I let that dry on there. So you can see Remy's still here, and I keep shooing her away. She's just trying to eat these paints. Apparently she's just really thinking they're food and they're for her today. But all I did then after the gesso had dried was I spritzed my page down with a little bit of water. That really helps create some movement and some blendability with your paints. And then the vibes in Pumpkin Pie, I spritzed at the top of that, and then the other ones here you can see I'm just using at the bottom. So I've got the brand new Pinky Swear Shimmerz. That's the kind of more, this one here that I'm using, the more kind of a purplish pink. It's really pretty, really vibrant, and I just really love the shade of it, and it just matches the pink colored paper with the stars on it in this collection so perfectly. The other pink is called Pinko de Mayo. It's a Shimmerz product as well, and then I'm using my Clementine Creamies, which is the little one in the palette, and I have a little watercolor palette that I usually pop those into, but since I had the color kit all here and together, that's what I'm using today. I didn't pop it in yet so you could see, and I used pretty much all the colors of the color kit that comes in this October kit. I used the papers as well, so you can see here I cut them all using a little circle punch. I think it's 1.5 inch circles, and then all I did was I cut them in half, and then I just manually distressed the edges of them just using my fingertips. My daughter is coming in with some crackers that she wants at this point, so I gotta help her real quick, and then I'm gonna get back to this layout. So basically I'm following my sketch design. Again, I had a specific vision in mind for this sketch, and this is exactly how I wanted it to look. It's going great at this point. Even the colors, I just absolutely love this and how this is coming together, and it's really just giving my sketch some life here at this point. So I wanted these little banner strips to kind of shine on top of this mixed media and just have the mixed media kind of peeking out through this, and then I'm going to do some machine stitching along all these little banner pieces. So I used my circle punch to create these, and then I just distressed them and cut them in half is how I made them. Super easy and simple. If you have one of those little banner punches, you could do that. You could just cut paper strips and then snip the tips off of them to make them into little flags or banners, or you can do something like this. It's super easy, just creates little pops of color to your layout, and it allows me to use all these gorgeous patterns that come in this October color kit from Shimmerz. So this whole, everything that I'm using today is from Shimmerz except for some acrylics, because I'm doing some acrylic stash busting, and then at the end I throw some sequins on that are also not from Shimmerz. Shimmerz does make their own sequins though, I have to mention that. They do have their own sequins, and you can grab some of those from the Shimmerz shop. If you do happen to place an order, just be sure to use my code that's at the beginning of this video, because you can get a free gift along with your order. And it's always a super, super good gift as well. So I have my banner strips here pretty much placed down. I'm just using some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. It's going to dry up clear, so I don't have to worry about making a mess with it, which I usually do, let's be honest. My mixed media isn't fully dry at this point. I'm super impatient when it comes to waiting for things to dry, but it is here. It's pretty dry here. I waited until it was fairly dry to do my machine stitching because I didn't want to smear or smudge any of my splattering that I did. And I really, really love the way that this dried up and the way that it looks. It just kind of softens a little bit. All those colors blend together beautifully. And that's kind of what that gesso does as well. When you prep your paper with that gesso and spritz a little bit of water on there, really gives you a very good base to have all that blendability with your colors. I've got the little die cuts here that I'm using from the kit just to see what all I want to use and where I want to go with this layout and the rest of it. I know that I want to use this Wicked acrylic piece. It's by Bramble Fox. It's been in my stash for quite some time. I love it. I've just never had the opportunity to use it yet, so this is the perfect chance today. I've got 2 photos here of my baby girl from last Halloween, and I'm just going to use those. I've backed them with some white cardstock, and then I'm going to back them again with some of these patterns in the kit. And I should mention that my mixed media, I forgot to mention when I was doing the mixed media portion that I did use a little bit of white acrylic paint just to break up the colors. I know if you guys have been around and watched my channel before, you know that that's one of my techniques that I love to use on top of mixed media, is to splatter white paint or white gesso along with my colors just to break it up a little bit, create a marbling effect. If you're new here though, you don't know that. So I forgot to mention it earlier, figured I should do that now just in case you're new here. If you are new, welcome, welcome. I love having new people here on my channel. There is a lot of new people that have recently subscribed, so thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free for you. It does help me just to be able to get my videos out there so you guys actually see them, because I have a lot of subscribers and a lot of viewers, but if you're not subscribed and you do enjoy my channel, it's easier for you to just hit that subscribe button, and then it's a better chance that you're actually going to see my content. So I've got these Bella Florence by Bella Boulevard alphas that I just used a couple different shades of pink to create that cute word on there, and that's going to be my title, Wicked Cute. And I just love this. I love how this is coming together. It's super sweet. I just had to use my little ghost tray on here to pop this down, and there's my lid. I lost my lid to my Nuvo glue. It's there on the left, right beside my glass mat. I lost it at some point. It goes flying off my desk and out of my hands at some point during this layout. I have still yet to find it, you guys. I have searched every square inch around my desk and I cannot locate that lid. Luckily, I have another lid and I just popped that one on for now, but you know, I would really like to have my lid back. I don't know where it's at. So here I'm just grabbing a little bit of stamps by Ellie's Studio, and I'm just going to stamp a little tab here for the top of my photo. I've got some picked raspberry Distress Oxide that I just stamped the little bats in, and then the black is just some intense black ink by Honeybee Stamps. I've got a little border strip from my stash I've cut from a previous layout, and I thought, you know what, that would look super cute on the left side of this photo. I'm going to go ahead and add that there along with my little tab. And then that's pretty much going to do it for the top and the side of my photo. I'm going to add a few more little embellishments from this kit. I've got the little dots from the kit as well, so I'm going to add a couple of those to go along with this. And you guys know that I love my little spiders. I'm going to add one of those little guys. I'm almost out of them. I thought I had another pack. I do not. I only have one more good spider left. The other one that I haven't used, it's like farther down on that sheet, has like a wonky eye going on. So I've never used that one, and I don't know that I will. So I only have one spider left, and I love them so much. I'm gonna have to go back to Hobby Lobby and see if they still have them. So I've got a couple little candy corns I'm going to throw on here. I kind of kicked around where to add them. I don't want to cover up too much more of this mixed media because my banner pieces already cover up a good bit. But I still wanted to add a few more things and add these cute little dots. So I'm gonna grab some glue dots and some thread and do my typical thread glue dot type sandwich, where I add one glue dot to the flare or dots as it's called in this case, and then add my thread, and then add another glue dot to actually hold down to my layout. So I hope that makes sense. I call it my glue dot sandwich, where I just add the thread, but I make sure that I reinforce it with some of those glue dots so it sticks nice and good to my layout itself. Here, I'm just gonna shove a little bit in here and then just glue it down with some Nuvo glue just to add a little bit of texture over here to the side. And I'm just gluing down this tail because I really like whenever they're kind of curly and just kind of wonky. So I'm just gonna glue it down like that so it stays. That Nuvo glue, again, does dry clear, so I don't have to worry. Whenever that dries, it's just gonna be like a clear little dot. You won't really see it. I've got my little candy corns here. I'm using some 3D foam squares by Gina K. They're my favorite ones. And I'm just using some of those to pop up like one of those ghosts, one of the candy corns, the pumpkin I popped up on the right there, just a few things. I was really trying to make this little lollipop work and make it look like this ghost was holding this lollipop. But in the end, it did not make it onto my layout, believe it or not. So I thought I needed something else down here, and I loved this other little boo dot. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that with some thread as well down here. And I really loved the way that the tail was kind of curling, and it was just doing that on its own. So I glued down the tails of the thread on this one as well. And then it's pretty splattery already. I did kick around adding the black color to this layout for some more black splatters. I didn't end up using that black color from the color kit at all, but I think I used all of the other ones from the color kit this month. So that's okay. Sometimes I don't like to add black splatters because I feel like I'm gonna ruin the whole layout. This one's a little bit softer with the orange and pinks, and I feel like I pulled in a lot of black here with my stamping that I just did and with my thread color and my little spider. So I'm gonna leave the black splatters out of this one. I'm just gonna use my sequin tool to add those sequins. As you can see, they're all on there. I fast forwarded that bit, and then I'm just adding this little acrylic cap because this is from Colorcast and I really wanted to use that guy up. We're busting some acrylic stash, so it's a perfect opportunity. Here is the finished layout. I absolutely love how this one turned out. I am going to link the kit down below for you in case you want to grab this gorgeous kit from the Shimmerz shop. I'll link the playlist down below for 30 days of sketches if you want to play along with that, and the videos for my friends as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye bye.